Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sumuno Dafipita. I am a front-end web developer. So I hope you have watched the first video, which is for absolute beginners. So this is our first project. After that video, if you have not watched it, please, the video is in the playlist. Please go back and watch it. Alright, so we'll be doing this as our first project. So you can see that the links they have over here is the logo, and we have a button here. So let's get started. So you open the folder. So we already have the index.html, we have style, and we created a folder. So to create a folder, you just come here and you create a folder. So the name of the folder is images, and we have one image inside the folder. So let's get started now. So you can see our title is first project, and we have linked our HTML to the CSS. All right, so yeah, we open a header tag. So inside the header, we open image tag. So you can see in our folder where the images is inside the image file. So give your images slash name of our, okay, now let's check the name. Name is what? You can see that the name is logo and it's a PNG file. So let's go back. Now it will now be logo.png. all right, so you save it, right click here, open in browser. So this is how it looks. You can see that our image is very big. All right, so we'll come back to that. So under here now, let's put our ul li, sorry, as a different li. We want this li a. Okay, all right, so put our home, let's copy it, paste it, paste it, paste it here, put home, about us, contact, and works. Sorry. Alright, so you may want to ask, UL is on ordered list, is a star tag, so is an HTML tag on other list, while li is list and a is link. So if you want to link from one page to another, we can link it through this href. Yeah, you can even see the href here. You can see that this href is used for linking. We link the HTML to the CSS, so the a also is a link. So let's save this one and view it on the web page. Can you see it? All right, so now let's go to our listing, our style. You can see, so this style means the general body of the web page. Margin 0, margin the space outside the content, and padding is the space inside the content. Just before, so I've saved it. So just before I refresh it, if you look closely, you can see that our content, they are not starting from the extreme left and extreme top. So if I refresh it now, can you see they're starting? You cannot even see that dot again because they are starting from the extreme left, and you can see it's starting from the top. So that's the effect of the margin and the padding 0. So let's put a font family, sans serif. All right, you can see now, let's refresh it. You can see that our font has changed. All right, so now let us begin our styling. So our header, you can see our header there in our HTML. So let's style it now. So our header, we have a height of 70 pixels. We have a background of black. I want to use a black background. All right, so let's view it now. Yes, but you can see that the content inside the header itself, they are already overlapping because the contents are big. So now let's style our image. So it will be header image. The reason why it is header image is that if you come back to your HTML here, you can see that, see the starting of the header tag and the close of the header tag. You can see that the image and the UL, they are inside the what? They are inside the header. So for us to style this image to be what? Header image, as header is the parent and image is inside the header. So let's give it a height of 35 pixels. All right, so let's view it now. All right, can you see? Okay, so let's give it margin left of 30 pixels, margin top, want it to have a space at the top and a space at the left of 15 pixels. All right, so let's view it again so we can see it now, right? So now let's style our UL. It will be what? Header UL. If you go back to your HTML, you can see that we have the UL inside the header. You understand? So it will be header UL. All right, so let's float it now to the right. We want it to be at the right side, so float it to the right. You can see it there now. All right, so let's style our so you copy this one. We want to style our li now. Li, can you see? It is header ul li. You can see we have 4 li's. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 li's inside the ul. So if we style for one li, it will affect this, and also affect this one. So it is header ul li, meaning that header is a parent, ul also is a parent to li. So let's give it list style none. So you may be wondering, what is the list style? So you can see this. Okay, we can't see the dot now, right? So let's come in and just put a marker so we can see what the list is. So let's say marker color of red. All right, so can you see, can you see the red? So this is the list style. So we come back, so we can remove this one. So we put list style none. So list style none. Okay, now that's gone, we don't want it there. So put display flex, sorry, display inline flex, margin. Okay, I want you to understand it, so let's put display inline flex. You can see that they are flex now. So let's put margin right to be 30 pixels. So you can see now, you see that it will form space to the right 30 pixels. All right, so let's come back here now. So let's style the A now. You can see that every li in here now, you can see that every li has an A inside, so it will be ulli A. So put text decoration none. The line will go off. Text decoration none. Color, let's put white. All right, so text decoration uppercase, sorry, I said text decoration, text transform uppercase, want it to be in block letters. Font size about 14 pixels. All right, so let's view it one more time. All right, this is how it looks like now. So let's come back to our header now. We want everything to fall in the middle, so we can put line height here 70 pixels. That's the same height width, as the line height should be the same as the height. All right, so now let's refresh it. you see now that the thing will fall to the center because it has a height of 70 and the same line height of 70. All right, so now let's give our ULLIA. So let's give it an over. So you come here and do it like this, type your over. All right, so now over, now I want our color to be what? Deep sky blue. So what does over mean? Over means as the cursor touches it, what should happen? So you can see now that as the cursor touches it, we want the color from white to turn towards deep sky blue. All right, so you can see I think it's very fast. So let's put a transition here. Transition simply means delay. That means as I over on it, it should delay 3 seconds. All right, so you save it, go to your browser, and what? You refresh it. All right, you can see that the thing is coming small, not like the first time that it was rushing. All right, so we are done with that. So now let's, under this side, now let's create a div. So let's create a div. So inside the div, let's have a h1 inside the div. All right, so let's put welcome to my web page. All right, welcome to my web page. Okay, can you see it now? Welcome to my web page. So let's give it a class. Class name of 1. So you may be wondering, how do we style a class? So to style a class in the CSS, you know, this class is not a tag. The div is a tag, but this class is not a tag. So if you want to style the class, it will be .1. You understand? It will be .1 because HTML recognizes a class as dot and recognize an ID as what? Hash. So this is an ID. You can decide to have an ID in here like this. So let's say 1. So if you want to style this ID, it will be what? Hash 1. So the style recognizes ID as hash and recognize the what? The class as dot. So this is .1. All right, so let's put a width of 90%. All right, let's put margin top of 80 pixels. Let's put text align to center. All right, so this is it. All right, I want it to look like this. All right, so now let's go back to our HTML. So under this side now, let's put a lorem. So press tab to write it for you like that. All right, so this is how it looks like now. All right, yes. So now let's style our h1. So it will be what? .1, because you can see the h1 now is inside the class name 1. All right, so it will be .1 h1. Okay, so let's say font size of about 50 pixels. All right, so we want the text to be big, so put a font size of 50 pixels. So now let's style this one. Let's say 1.p. Now I want to style our paragraph. This paragraph. So let's put a width of 50%. You understand? Put a width of 50% and put a width of 50%. Margin top 20 pixels. Margin top 20 pixels. Font size, I don't want it to be too big, so let's put font size of 14 pixels. All right, so this is how it will look like, but they are not aligned to the center. So up here, let's put a margin auto. Margin should be auto. we want it to be at the center. You understand? You know that the width is 90%, so we want it to be at the center. Okay, margin top auto. All right, let's put it up here. Understand? So the margin top auto comes before the margin top 80 pixels. You may be wondering what the auto does, or what the auto did there. Let's say we give it a background of this sky blue. Can you see? You can see now that it is aligned in the center, but without you putting this auto, see what happens. Can you see? It is 90%, but it's not aligned to the center. So once you put the margin auto now, this is what it does. It takes it to the center. The same thing as this width 50%. It's taking a width 50% of the parent. You can see the parent. The parent has a width of 90, right? And this one is taking a 50% of 90. So now let's put our margin. So let's put up here, let's put margin auto. All right, so we want it to fall in the center also. Yeah, so let's remove this background color. All right, yes, so this is what we have here now. So let's go back to our HTML. So inside our one, so let's open a button. So let's put a button. The button is a tag. Let's put a button, give it get started. All right, so let's come back here. Now it will be what? 1.1 button. All right, so can you see it? Now let's put margin top, margin top 20 pixels, border 1 pixel solid. All right, 1 pixel solid. We want our background to be black. All right, let's just see it. All right, I want the background to be black. We want our color, our text color now to be what? White. All right, we don't want outline, so remove the outline. None. We want a padding of 15 pixels. You know what I told you of padding? Padding is the space inside the content. You can see that. All right, without us putting the padding first, let's see something that in fact it's close to its border. See, the text is close to its border, right? So let's put a padding of 15 pixels. Now you see that it creates 15 pixel space all around the text that is inside the border. So let's put a cursor pointer. So save it. So you can see the cursor, right? So once we refresh it now, the cursor has changed to pointer. All right, so let's put our text. We want a font weight to be, a font weight, not a font size, a font weight to be bold. Want text to be bold. I want border radius. So this is border radius. Border radius simply means it forms a radius around the border. All right, so you can see the edges of the border are sharp, right? So let's put a border radius of 5 pixels. Now you can see that there are little curves on it. Okay, for you to understand it better, let's make this one to 35. So you see how curved it is. Can you see it? All right, so let's just stick to our 5. All right, so now let's put our what? Over. Yeah. All right, so let's put a background. Over simply means as I touch it, what should happen? It should have a background of white. You know, it has a background of black here. So as I over on it, it should have a background of white and a color of black. There's a text color of black and a what? A border of what? 1 pixel solid. 1 pixel solid black. All right, so that's all for the stuff. All right, so I've gotten what we needed. All right, so but the thing is very fast, so let's put the transition here. Put the transition of 0. Let's say 0.5 seconds. We want it to come slowly. All right, so as we over on it, we touch it, this is what it gives us. All right, so guys, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'll be dropping amazing videos. Please share and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time.